And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to Lime Rock Raceway as we get ready for Chase Race number 6 of Season 6 of the NNSCRA Mobil1 Cup Series. Today we are getting ready for an exciting event. We had an unbelievable fuel strategy race in the Truck Series event, expecting no less in today's race. Jake Rogers on the pole position for today's Dodge UAW Dodge 255 as we get ready for 20 laps of racing. Rogers went to victory lane earlier on this season. I believe his win came at Castle Gorge. Jake Rogers looking for his second win of the season. He's well known for his road course racing as he will start at the front of the field. Alongside of him, a driver who really has had some good qualifying runs in the past few weeks, and that is rookie Zach Flickinger. Still start on the front row yet again here today. James McCloud, our winner in the Truck Series race here yesterday, who wrote his name in the history books once again, becoming the first ever 4-time winner in a single season in the Oreo Truck Series, and the current points leader here in the Mobil1 Cup Series, will start off from the 3rd position as he looks to continue his dominance here in the chase. Alongside of him, Jordan Hester, 2-time winner and up to 5th in the chase points. He comes in a total of 54 points back from the points leader, James McCloud. And then Cole Daly is going to roll off from the 5th position. Cole Daly trying to get some well-needed experience as he's battling it out for the championship in the Snickers Cup race, which will come tomorrow. The points coming into this race are as follows. James McCloud, the points leader. Austin LaPlante breaking up the James and James show that we've been having for the past few weeks, as he is now 2nd in points, a total of 16 points out of the top spot. 26 points back, 3rd in the points, is James Silverfox now. Dylan Young, he comes in 4th in the point standings, a total of 46 points back. And then Jordan Hester, as I said, he is 5th in the point standings, a total of 54 points out of the top position. Sean Galligan, who could maybe try and write his name in the history books like James McCloud did yesterday. He is a 3-time winner this season. He holds the record for most wins in a single season, the Mobil1 Cup Series, with James Silverfox, who set the precedent back in Season 4. He is 6th in the point standings, a total of 57 points back. 58 points back, that's Danny Wells, 7th in the point standings. The rest of these drivers, 8th on down, are a total of almost 70 points or more behind James McCloud in the point standings. Amelia Navarrete, Megan Atkins, Trent Dunham, Joshua College, Sean Henley, and Dylan Poteet, who is actually over 100 points back in the championship standings. Those drivers really need a Christmas miracle to get themselves up here back in contention for the championship with the good runs that have been set down by McCloud, LaPlante, Silverfox, and those other top runners. But we're getting ready today for the Dodge UAW Dodge 255 to be run, and the command to fire the engines has been given. So let's get these cars rolling off. They'll complete a couple pace laps and we'll get ready to put them under the green flag. Were these drivers watching the Truck Series event? I bet they were. You're going to see a lot of fuel strategy played out here. The question is, whose fuel strategy will get them into victory lane here today at Lime Rock? Lime Rock has such an impact on who the champion is going to be as far as the winner of the race. Let's see if the prediction will happen again here in Season 6. Then getting ready to go under the green flag. Pace car will make the right-hand turn onto pit road, and we'll be ready to go. We didn't really see a whole lot of hard wrecks in the Truck Series event. Mostly a lot of solo car spins and some 2 truck incidents, but really nothing that catastrophic. We'll see if maybe we'll get away with solo car spins today. Maybe we'll run clean and green all the way to the checkers. I don't know. As they head into the first corner here, Jake Rogers will have the preferred line. Zach Rogers, meanwhile, went 3 wide into that corner. That may not be the best decision here early on in this race. As, oh boy, they're really close back there, and I think Silverfox may be back in that mix. Here he is. Sean Galligan right back here as well. Emilio Navarrete. They're back here with the Zach Rogers machine, who's gone 3 wide. Bob Jones 3 wide as well. Oh man, William Duncan nearly made some contact with Silverfox, and here they come into the bus stop. This is going to be the terrible spot here. Oh boy. Yikes. Oh man, they're all making it through. I'm not exactly sure how, but somehow, some way, we're still clean and green. Whoa, Emilio Navarrete back there, nearly getting into Dylan Young. And somehow, some way, they're still keeping it green flag racing. Sean Henley back here. Crazy racing. Oh wait, caution's out. Caution is waving. Caution's out for the first time today. Oh, I thought they were going to show Zach Flickinger as the leader. Jake Rogers is the leader. Who did this caution come out for? Oh, it looks like it might have been for Ralph Mason, who appears to have absolutely no visible damage on his number 09 Pontiac. I think it may have been a solo car spin that actually put us under the green flag, or under the caution flag. And there is Nick Muciola. He's got some damage on his machine as well, so maybe it was more than one car involved, but apparently it wasn't a multi-car wreck, which, with the way they were racing right there, it almost looked like it should have been. So let's jump back, take a look at a replay of what happened to put us under the yellow for the first time today here at Lime Rock. Well, let's see if we can find out what happened here. This was near the rear of the field. Watch closely the Nick Muciola machine there on the high side. I think he's going to have some contact made with him, courtesy of Ralph Mason, and then watch this. He's going to turn him right down. I think Deanna Shelton may get a piece of this, and we're going to watch very closely here, just behind the hill. There's the contact. And watch Nick Muciola off the hill, going to get airborne. Look at the air the 11 car gets. And he's going to land it down on the grass. Ralph Mason sliding down the hill as well, but that 11 car got a lot of air off that hill. And there's Deanna Shelton. Wait a minute. What happens to her? Oh, she's going to make contact after Tyson Broad gets into her. Yeah, Tyson's going to turn Deanna Shelton into Trek Togger. Then she bounces off of Daniel Day, and that's going to spin her car around. Oh, and then a hit from Isaac Canepa as well. But I can't get over the air that the 11 car got. Let's see if we can get another camera angle of that. Getting a look here from our TV2 angle. Watch here, coming off the crest of the hill comes the Nick Muciola machine. That car must have been about maybe 6-7 feet off the ground. The fortunate thing for him was that he actually landed on all 4 wheels. That car could have very easily, with the grass there, gone into a barrel roll, and he just drives away from it. Ralph Mason's car went for quite a skid as well, but he didn't get the air that Nick Muciola did. But that's what actually put us under the caution flag, an incident near the rear of the field, somewhere back just inside the top 35. So let's head back now to green flag racing. Green flag ready to come back out here on lap 4 of 20. Top 10s we go back to green are Jake Rogers, Zach Flickinger, James McCloud, Cole Daly, Charles Sanford. Then it's Jordan Hester, Trent Dunham, Dylan Poteet, Kenny McCrory, our winner last week from Iowa, and Wolfgang Mason. There's a couple of chasers back here. Austin LaPlante back in 11th. Joshua Collard there in 12th. And we're going to have to find James Silverfox in just a moment, as we see that 2 of the top 3 are up here inside the top 15. We'll have to see where the 31 is once we go back to green flag race. I'm still trying to look for him. I don't see him. There he is. He must be back about the 25th position, I would say. As Jake Rogers is going to lead the field here into the first corner. Single file restart, so we're not going to have maybe a caution come out quite as soon as we did just then. All depends on how racy these drivers decide to get here as early as lap number 4. Let's jump back to the 31 of Silverfox. Here he is. He's back in the 24th position. At least that's where he crossed the stripe last time by when we took the green flag. Side by side there with Dylan Young, who's going to be his future teammate next season, as Silverfox will be going over to Turner Motorsports, and Dylan Young will be staying with the 30. Lots of dust kicked up here out of the dog leg, out of the bus stop. But it looks like we're going to remain double wide racing, and I think we're actually going to stay green. Bob Jones going underneath of Carson Gum. That's a spot inside the top 20, I believe. And the field really spread out here. Looking here at the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and then it's a long ways back to Charles Sanford in 5th. as Zach Flickinger is looking for the top position off of Jake Rogers. James McCloud right behind, and Cole Daly there as well. Thought I heard a little contact back there, but see if we're still green. Yeah, we are still green, so apparently just some sheet metal rubbing there. That's typical road course racing. And I'll tell you what, Jake Rogers, as soon as he lost a spot to Zach Flickinger, that just seemed to lose him his mojo. James McCloud gets around him now, and here comes Cole Daly looking for third, I believe. Well, it looks like Jake Rogers is able to hold off Cole Daly for the moment. He'll stay back in the third position. But James McCloud trying to maybe go 2 for 3 this race weekend. Maybe even go for a weekend sweep, who knows, but he is closing the gap really quickly there on Zach Flickinger. James McCloud, a former winner this season, ended up winning back at Coca-Cola Speedway. And he'd love to go to Victory Lane for the second time this season. As further back, there's another driver having a good run who really needs it, and I was just on him. Dylan Poteet. Poteet ran really well in the Truck Series race, where he continues to lead the point standings there, and he's running in 6th place right now. And the caution flag, I believe, may be waving again. I think the yellow lights were on. Caution flag may be out for the second time today. As Flickinger, with about a car length advantage over McCloud, is going to be the leader. And yeah, you saw some smoke lingering there out of the final turn. And there's some drivers on pit road. Joshua Michaels trying to get to pit road. And I'm almost wondering, did I see Austin LaPlante on pit road? No, I didn't. Okay, let me see if I can see the car. Oh, it was Isaac Canepa. And possibly Dylan Young? Is that the other car I just saw on pit road? It was! Dylan Young, 4th in the point standings, involved in something here with Isaac Canepa and what appeared to also be possibly William Duncan. I thought I saw another car, Joshua Michaels, yeah. So the caution flag is out for the second time today. This one would have happened somewhere about mid-pack, somewhere around where James Silverfox was, because we saw him battling with Dylan Young. William Duncan's car is erupted in smoke further up ahead, so his day is over. But the caution flag is out. Zach Flickinger, currently the leader here as we're nearing the halfway point at Lime Rock. Let's look back at a replay. Well, here's actually a look at what the caution initially came out for, and we had several incidents take place afterwards. Right there, Anthony McCurry going to give a little shove to Dylan Young. Young then gets turned by George Roque into the wall in a hard lick for the 30, and there you see Joshua Michaels get into him. And then Roque goes up, hits the steel guardrail again, almost gets airborne. And then everybody else starts backing up in here. Look at this. Danny Wells. There's where Michaels took a hard lick into the steel guardrail. Good heavens. Emilio Navarrete in it. There was a James Silverfox in it as well. Daniel Voiles, James Qualls behind this. And all these drivers were held up behind it as a result. And I think most of them got away with minimal damage, if any. But let's jump now to the Dylan Young machine, because he had something else happen to him afterwards. There you see Emilio Navarrete. He's turned around. He's trying to get himself righted. He finally does. They get down here into this first corner, and watch here. I think we're going to see Dylan Young and Isaac Canepa, both who had gotten held up by the spun-out Emilio Navarrete machine. They're going to make contact. We've seen this a lot in this first corner. Dylan Young just overdrives the corner. Into the right rear, or the left rear, goes the 12 of Canepa, and hard into the wall goes Dylan Young. Holy cow, that was some hard licks for both of those drivers. Look at how the hood's just completely folded up. And there is William Duncan on the apron. Now something's going to happen to William. Alright, he's already smoking, but what is he smoking from is the question. Here he is down pit road. Trent Dunham also smoking. So what happened to those two? Oh, wait a minute. I think we may have had another incident take place just around the same time as that other incident with Dylan Young, George Roque and company. And here it is right here. Yep, Wolfgang Mason. He's going to turn Trent Dunham. Austin LaPlante gets turned further back by Corey Corbett. And look at Trent Dunham. He can fly. Whoa. And LaPlante gets a little airborne back there too as he got spun around. And I have the feeling Trent Dunham, he's going about 60 miles per hour. I have a feeling that car may come back up onto the racing surface. And here comes the 21 of Duncan. Are their paths going to meet? Oh my goodness, yes indeed they are. Right up in front of William Duncan, who had absolutely nowhere to go. Trent Dunham right in front of the Reese Chevrolet in a head-on collision. between William Duncan and Trent Dunham, both of whom had great top 5 runs here in the Truck Series race yesterday. Now, what a tough break for both of them. Trent Dunham, the second car to get airborne here today at Lime Rock off of that hill. My goodness. Both him and Nick Muciola and Trent Dunham, I think, got even more air and more distance. But a tough break for a lot of drivers. Lots of incidents taking place here on lap number 5. Well, some drivers like to come down pit road. Some drivers deciding to stay out. Dylan Poteet is one of those drivers. He actually stayed out in the Truck Series event here too. So interesting that he's utilizing the exact same strategy here in the Mobil Cup Series race that he used in the Truck Series race. We'll see if it works out for him here again today. As James McCloud, his pit service is already over. He is gone. Hester comes out second. Flickinger was third, Jackson fourth, and Cole Daly is fifth. 3 wide between Sanford, Atkins, and Sean Galligan coming off pit road, and I think we've gotten the signal of 1 to go. Joshua Michaels returning back off of pit road. He's got a heavily damaged race car. As yes, we are going to have the green flag next time around. Dylan Poteet will be the leader, Kenny McCurry in second, Eric Burton's now up to third. 4th place now is Wolfgang Mason, with 5th place being Kyle Corbett. 6th place is going to be Joshua Collard. 7th will be Richard Johnson. 8th is Zach Rogers. 9th is Jeremy Mayer. And completing the top 10 will be Anthony McCrory. James Qualls, I believe, is 11th. Daniel Day, 12th. 13th, Tyson Broad. 14th place will be Trek Togger. 15th, Daniel Boyle. 16th, Alex May. 17th, Sean Henley. 18th, Cody Lamas. Emilio Navarrete in 19th. And 20th is Deanna Shelton. First of the cars to pit, James McCloud. He will be 21st. 22nd, Jordan Hester. Zach Flickinger, 23rd, 24th place, Charles Jackson, 25th, Cole Daly, 26th, Megan Atkins, 27th is Sean Galligan, 28th place will be Charles Sanford, 29th is Jake Rogers, and Bob Jones will be 30th, 31st, Austin LaPlante, 32nd, Carson Gum, 33rd will be Danny Wells, 34th, James Silverfox, 35th, Ralph Mason, Nick Muciola is 36th, there is 37th, George Roque just completing a pit service, I believe Joshua Michaels. Yeah, he's being scored in 42nd place. If he continues on, he'll probably pick up a few more spots because I believe Trent Dunham, Isaac Canepa, Dylan Young, and William Duncan have all gone behind the wall. So 2 chasers are out of this event, Dunham and Dylan Young. Young came in 4th in the point standings. Dunham came in 10th in the points. So the biggest loser in that equation would be obviously Dylan Young, who was only a total of 46 points out of the top position in the point standings. Had a possible opportunity to close in on James McCloud today if he had a good run. But here we go. Green flag's ready to come back out. Dylan Poteet going to get us back underway. Now these drivers all came down pit road about the same time the Truck Series drivers came down pit road in our Truck Series event, which means we could see Dylan Poteet and these other drivers who did decide to stay out down on pit road as soon as lap number 13 or 14. And I'm wondering if the caution's out. I almost thought I saw Richard Johnson get turned around back there. Apparently not. Let's jump back to 28, just see if he actually did get spun or something. Maybe my eyes were playing tricks on me. Well, apparently they were, because Richard Johnson's still running very well right now. He's currently in the 7th position, looking underneath the Joshua Collard. And how about Kenny McCrory? Currently right now in a battle for second as Eric Burton's starting to close in on him. Kyle Corbett right back there as well. Corbett actually led a few laps in the Truck Series race yesterday. But Kenny McCrory, oh, caution flag's out. But I was just going to say, Kenny McCrory, after picking up his first win of the season last week at Iowa, having a great run here today of second. And this caution flag, again, may help out Dylan Poteet and these drivers like it did yesterday in the Truck Series event. Things looking very similar to what our Truck Series race did. And it looks like Daniel Voiles is the reason the caution is out. Trek Togger is in trouble. Deanna Shelton's in trouble. Nick Muciola just got dumped by Bob Jones. Joshua Collard is on pit road. Silverfox may have some damage. Sanford may have some damage. Danny Wells may have been involved. And the pole sitter, Jake Rogers, has got a big crunch on the front of his Dodge. And I'm not certain if this is going to be able to be narrowed down to just one single incident. There may have been several things that took place here. Deanna Shelton trying to get herself to pit road. Trek Togger is already there, as too is, who was the other car I saw there? I thought I saw another car on pit road. Maybe not. But the caution flag is out once again. Dylan Poteet's the leader. I'm pretty certain we're going to see him and those drivers that stayed out under that last caution coming to pit road under this caution, but let's jump back, take a look at a replay in the meantime of what happened to put us under the caution for the third time today here at Lime Rock. This was coming out of the final corner. Joshua McCloud was running really well, and he's just going to get turned by Zach Rogers. I don't know if he's getting dumped or if Zach Rogers couldn't check up or something. I don't know what the case was, but that is a hard lick into the wall there for Collard. Daniel Day just barely gets through, but Trek Togger not so lucky. He's going to get involved. James Quall's going to get involved. It's just going to cause a big log jam here on the front straightaway, I'm pretty sure, as everybody else is starting to slow down. Where's the Deanna Shelton machine? Because we saw her actually get a lot of contact. There she is. Daniel Voiles back there. We know he had some contact. Let's see. Let's find the 41. See if maybe he ran into the back of Deanna Shelton or something. I mean, what happens to Daniel Voiles? Oh, Daniel kind of gets cut off here by Tyson Broad. Right there. Tyson comes down. Daniel was coming up. And he's going to hit the tire barrier right there. He's going to come back up in front of, I think it's going to be Emilio Navarrete. And Navarrete gets a piece of it right there. And then Deanna Shelton comes in, and she's going to get a piece of it. Well, she's not going to get a piece of it. So that is the reason the caution comes out. I'm not exactly sure why Deanna Shelton was attempting to get to pit road. But, I thought I saw her car with a lot more damage than what we're actually seeing. Something happened. Oh, wait a minute, right there. Yep, right there. She ran into the back of the Joshua McCloud machine, and Jordan Hester gets involved as well, fifth in the point standings. And guess who was right behind that? The points leader, James McCloud. So, man, did he dodge a bullet, did the 34, but Jordan Hester not as lucky. And that is a tough break for him. Came in with a good qualifying spot, was pretty much following the same strategy that James McCloud was, and he's got damage now on his Dollar General Toyota. So the caution flag is waving here. We're at the halfway point. Let's head back to green flag racing once again. Well, I was wrong. Dylan Poteet and company deciding not to come down pit road under this caution. We'll go back to green on lap 12 of 20. Poteet's the leader, Kenny McCurry second, Eric Burton third, Kyle Corbett in fourth, Wolfgang Mason is fifth, and it's Richard Johnson, Jeremy Mayer, Zach Rogers, Anthony McCurry, and Daniel Day. That is the top 10. Let's find the rest of our chasers. Sean Henley will restart in 14th place. Emilio Navarrete back in 16th. James McCloud, the points leaders, back in 17th place. Megan Atkins right behind him in 18th. Sean Galligan will restart in 21st place. Austin LaPlante in 23rd. James Silverfox back here. He's in the 27th position. Danny Wells is back in 30th place. And there's Jordan Hester. He was 19th last time around. Let's see where he crosses the stripe here as we go back to green. He is back in the 26th position is where they're scoring him right now. Actually, I think he's back in 32nd, but not exactly sure. As Kenny McCurry is all over the back bumper of Dylan Poteet. Poteet did not get away from the rest of his competition very well on that restart. Now he's starting to open up the daylight between himself and Kenny McCurry, as Kenny may be in a battle for second place pretty soon here. Well, actually, no. Battle is heating up for third between the two Monster Energy machines. One's a Toyota, one's a Chevy Camaro. Eric Burton and Kyle Corbett. Whoa, Burton got really loose off that corner. I think he may have gone off the track a little. He's going to lose the fourth position, or the third position, make that, to Corbett. Loses fourth to Wolfgang Mason, now under fire from Richard Johnson. That is for fifth. And Wolfgang Mason picking up some spots here. He goes by Kyle Corbett. He's now moved himself up to third place. Wolfgang, a former winner this season, running very well right now as he's trying to get by Kyle Corbett and clear him. Looks like he will do so now through this corner. As Dylan Poteet continues to lead, Kenny McCurry second, and the caution flag is out once again here at Lime Rock. We're under the caution a lot more in this event than we were in the Oreo Truck Series race. We have been able to run a few green flag laps at least, but this is kind of helping out those drivers as far as pit strategy, though. They're not having to worry about having to pit under green. They're being able to pit under the benefit of a caution flag, and it looked like Ralph Mason was on pit road again. Emilio Navarrete also there as well. They may be the reason this caution came out. Let's see if anybody else is a straggler at the rear of the field. Austin LaPlante's way back here. I don't know if maybe he was involved in whatever the incident was, but I'm pretty certain I saw Ralph Mason, and I know for certain I saw Emilio Navarrete. Yep, there's Mason. And the way that Mason and Navarrete the way that their hoods look, I almost wonder if this was an incident in turn 1. Whatever the case, we're under the caution. Let's jump back, take a look at a replay of what happened to put us under the caution for what would now be, I believe, the 4th time here today. Well, here's a look at what happened. The 99 of Emilio Navarrete is going to come to pit road, and I don't know if that's going to be the start of this wreck or not. You can see they all actually clear him pretty well. They're all going 3 wide. Navarrete did a good job getting down there to the inside. You see Ralph Mason back there. He's going to hook Charles Jackson into Austin LaPlante. Mason's going to get the wall pretty hard right there, and LaPlante's going to get spun around. Charles Sanford then is going to get turned by Cole Daly, and he takes a hard lick into the wall. So too does Daly. Carson Gum's going to get a piece of it. And all these other drivers back here, they just end up piling in. Looking further here, Silverfox, man, close call for him. He just barely gets through. There's Sanford, Daly, Gum still spinning up further ahead. I'll tell you what, James Silverfox has had to slam on the brakes quite a number of times in order to avoid getting involved in something. Wait a minute, George Roke's got some damage. He's smoking. Who did he hit? Oh, he's going to hit the Ralph Mason machine. So that's how Mason's car, how the hood was all crunched up right there. Hard impact for Roke after his car took a slap into the steel guardrail earlier on and almost got airborne. Another hard impact for the driver of the 33 there as he just nails the Ralph Mason machine. So another chaser, second in points. Austin LaPlante gets involved in something here. And this is all playing out into the hands of James McCloud, who's continuing to run well. Silverfox keeps getting held up behind these things. LaPlante got spun around there. Dylan Young's had his share of problems and has DNF'd. And Jordan Hester got involved in an incident, and he is running at the rear of the field as well. So right now, all systems go as far as positive for James McCloud as we're under the caution flag once again. Let's go back to green. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing, and still Dylan Poteet and all those other drivers who stayed out when everybody else came down pit road, they are still out on the racetrack here with a total of 5 to go when we get the green flag. Are they planning to try and stretch it all the rest of the way on fuel? I would not think they'd be able to, because it's been seeming that Dylan Poteet, Kenny McCurry, and all those drivers have been racing hard. Doesn't look like they're in fuel conservation mode at all, but stranger things have happened. We'll see what happens here. Dylan Poteet is the leader, McCurry second, Wolfgang Mason's up to third now. Corbett is in 4th, and 5th place now is going to be Richard Johnson. Then you've got Jeremy Mayer, Anthony McCurry, Eric Burton, Tyson Broad, and Zach Rogers. That is your top 10 as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Can Dylan Poteet make it the entire race, the entire 20 laps on 1 tank of fuel? We're going to find out. He's trying to pick up his 3rd win of the season here in the Mobil1 Cup Series as the green flag's back out here. 5 laps to go at Lime Rock. And the other question is, can we actually race clean and green to the checkered flag? We've been under the caution 4 times today. Actually, I believe now 5. And Dylan Poteet, again, did not really get away from Kenny McCurry and company. Good battle back here for 4th place, though. Kyle Corbett, well, Richard Johnson was on his back bumper. Now they settle it out to single file. Jeremy Mayer now under fire from Anthony McCurry. Both the McCurry brothers, well-known road course racers, having good runs here today. Kenny up in 2nd and Anthony back there in the 7th position. And let's find out where James McCloud is currently. There he is, right behind Megan Atkins. He was 18th last time by. Just basically trying to finish out this race, I guess. And Anthony McCurry just hit pit road. So now the question is, Dylan Poteet and all those others who stayed out, are they going to be able to make it? Anthony McCurry apparently could not. And now the big question mark, the big bullseye on the number 17 Great Clips Chevy Camaro out of Tweenix Racing. Can Poteet make it the rest of the way on fuel? If not, I would think he'd be coming down pit road this next time around. The big question is, who would the lead cycle over to? I haven't really been keeping track of who stayed out under that last pit sequence and who actually came down pit road. So I don't know who the lead would actually cycle around to. We'll find out if these drivers do have to pit. And here comes Poteet. Poteet's going to give up the lead. Kenny McCurry apparently is coming down. Let's see who's staying out. Tyson Broad's going to stay out. So the lead now cycles over to our winner from Infineon, trying to pick up his 2nd win of the season, his 2nd win at a road course. Tyson Broad in the Clorox Chevy Camaro out of Turner Scott Motorsports. He is the leader. Sean Galligan now in 2nd. Flickinger is in third, Atkins in fourth, and McCloud now, just like that, boom, jumped up to 5th place. Sanford 6th, Jackson 7th, 8th now is Silverfox, here he comes. How about Austin LaPlante? He's continued on, he's in 9th, and 10th place now is Cold Alley. So just like that, drivers 1, 2, 3 in points are up inside the top 10. McCloud, LaPlante, and Silverfox as Tyson Broad continues to lead the way. Sean Galligan trying to close in. And when they hit the stripes, it's going to be 2 laps to go. As drivers are going to be coming off pit road here, we'll see if they're going to play havoc with Tyson Broad and some of the leaders now. Don't look like anybody coming off pit road ahead of Broad just yet. Wait a minute, there's Cody Lamas up ahead. He may be a factor in this. Top 3 have separated from the rest of the field, Broad, Galligan, and Zach Flickinger. Keep in mind, too, James McCloud yesterday made history by becoming the first 4-time winner in a single season in the Oreo Truck Series. Sean Galligan is the only 3-time winner this season in the Mobil1 Cup Series, and he holds the top spot in the record books with James Silverfox back from Season 4 with 3 wins this season in a single season. If he could win here today, we could have 2 historical events take place in 2 races, and it may just happen. Tyson Broad's coming to pit road. White flag is in the air, and who's the leader? It's Galligan. Oh my goodness. Is it gonna happen? Will, for the 2nd straight day, history be made in the NNSCRA? Yesterday was the first ever 4-time winner in a single season in the Truck Series. Today it could be the first 4-time winner in a single season in the Mobil1 Cup Series, and it could be Sean Galligan who achieves that prestigious title. Galligan also comes in this race 6th in the point stands, and we know that drivers ahead of him in points have had trouble today. Dylan Young and Jordan Hester. It could put him back in the title hunt as he tries to go for back-to-back Mobil1 Cup Series championships. Right now, 3 cards in hand over Zach Flickinger. I think we're going to be writing a new chapter in the history books. Get out your pens, get ready to write. History going to be made. Sean Galligan's going to pick up his 4th career win of the season in the Mobil1 Cup Series. The first time ever a driver has done it in the Mobil1 Cup Series in a single season. He'll take the checkered flag today here in the Dodge UAW Dodge 255 at Lime Rock. And Sean Galligan, just like that, is back up in the title hunt as he looks to defend the title he gained last season in Season 5 as Mobil1 Cup Series champion. Man, oh man, what a race weekend we are having here at Lime Rock. Records being broken, records being set, records everywhere occurring at this incredible road course. This is why I love coming to Lime Rock, my goodness. Galligan with the win, his 4th win of the season, and he's going to take the checkered flag. Let's take a look at our official top 10. Galligan wins, Flickinger 2nd. How about the points leader, James McCloud, there in 3rd? He's going to have a great run today and keep his points lead. LaPlante's going to get 6th, Silverfox in 9th, so the points are going to be really close again, I would think, heading into next week's race. Don't have time to be able to show you your official full results here. We're going to let you guys see that when the full results come up here. But thank you all for watching. Congratulations to Sean Galligan, his 4th win of the season. History has been made again here today. And thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the part of the Day comes your official finish results, overall points, standings, rookie points, and chase points heading into next week. As you've been watching production of the SRA offline racing at its best, can history be made in our Snickers Cup Series race here tomorrow? We're going to find out. See you guys later. They come off the final corner, and oh, what it was John Zinedino, the leader! Zinedino, the pole sitter. There goes Madison Saber off. There goes Ralph Mason, 2nd in points off. Oh my goodness.